Yeah, hello YouTube, it's Accurate again, back with another video from the home studio. I'm back home from the brain surgery I had. They removed a pretty large brain tumor on the right side of my head. And yeah, I've decided to not be ashamed of how I look or be ashamed of how I talk, because my speech has been affected by this whole thing as well. So this is what I look like now. This is what it is. It maybe looks a little bit worse than it actually is. I still have an eye underneath all of this stuff. This is just tape and a thing to protect my eye and keep it moisturized and stuff. So what happened here is basically that I got paralyzed on the right side of my face. Okay, so I can't close my eyelid, so they had to do this, and my muscle tissue on the right side doesn't really respond to the signals my brain is sending out. So that's why I talk like this, and that's why I look like this. But mentally, I'm still 100% me. I still have my creativity and my memories and my thoughts and my intellect and everything that's more important than just looking like a normal person, okay? And I'm filming this on a Friday, so now it's like 3 weeks and 3 days ago since I had my surgery. So I'm back home, back in my studio, ready to do stuff like this, ready to be back on YouTube, back on camera, and back to making music. I know that a lot of you guys want me to update you on how I feel, and to be honest, I feel much better than I expected at this point. So yeah, I still have some issues, which is kind of obvious from this video with the face and the mouth and the eye and stuff, but also the right hand side of my entire body is in general a little bit worse than the left side. So my right hand, for instance, it works, but it's not as precise or easily controllable as it used to be. So things like finger drumming and scratching and stuff will take me some time to relearn. And the same thing goes for my right leg and the right foot. So sometimes when I walk, I guess I look like a drunk person because my sense of balance is also a little bit off. So I need one of these guys in order to help me walk and look like less of a drunk person. I don't care. I don't mind this at all. It's just one tool to help me walk. So the surgery itself went on for something around 12 hours, which is kind of a long surgery, to be honest. But when I woke up, I had a couple of rough days, and then I went back to being kind of myself. And my girlfriend also snapped this picture of me that you might have seen on my Instagram. In my mind, this is just a fantastic photograph. And this was taken in the hospital just a few days after the surgery. So the funny thing is that a few days after that picture was taken and I was like doing my rehab, trying to walk again and stuff, I also woke up one day and realized that my sense of balance was just not there at all. I couldn't tell left from right or up from down. So basically something had happened, something bad. And they did another brain scan and they realized that I also had a stroke just a few days after the surgery. So the stroke was just a consequence from the surgery I had because the brain had swollen and stuff and something broke, and I don't really understand all the details, but the stroke was in the small part of the brain in the back. So now there is an English word for that part of the brain that I can't remember, so I'm gonna put it down here. So I got the stroke on that part of the brain, which only affected my sense of balance, which was also really lucky. And I guess that stroke just became an obstacle in my rehab process. So it is what it is, and well, yeah. As if the first brain tumor on a really complicated place in the brain and the brain surgery wasn't enough, I got a stroke as well. So considering all of those things I went through over the last 3 weeks, I'm really happy just to be here. Just to be here back on YouTube, back with you guys, and being able to do what I do. Well, of course, only using one eye like this and having a right hand that is harder to control than before makes stuff a little bit harder, but I've made this video twice now, and like the whole filming process and the process of actually editing the video kind of works out. Things are a little bit small sometimes in Final Cut Pro, which I use to edit my videos, and also in Machine and in Logic. Things are just small to click on and stuff. So I think just getting a bigger computer monitor could help me a lot. And of course, I just have to be patient with myself and give myself time to adjust, to heal, and go to rehab. And I still go to the hospital pretty much every day to get rehab, physical therapy, and stuff like that, which is just awesome. Now, what I've come to realize with all of this is that I really enjoy making videos like this. maybe not just like this because this is a special video, but videos about music technology and gear and tech in general and stuff like that. So even though it's a little bit harder than it used to be, I'm just gonna do my absolute best to continue and keep making videos and keep making music. I still have a few pieces of gear in my studio that I haven't had time to make videos on, and now I'm realizing that, hey, I do have time. I do have the possibility and the option to make videos on those things, and even more things in the future, so that's just amazing. And I know that my handicap here makes it harder for me to speak, and maybe harder for you guys to understand what I'm saying, but hopefully you can understand me and hear me decently, and that makes it possible for me to keep making videos. And since we're talking about music, I actually uploaded an EP of 6 tracks just a few days before my surgery, and it went live like 2 weeks ago, so you should be able to find that on Spotify or whatever type of streaming service you're using. So if you want to hear that stuff, just type in accurate backpack. But that's a really hard word to pronounce now. Backpack. The EP is called Backpack, and it's on all streaming services, so please check that out. And believe me when I say that I've seen and I've read all of the comments on YouTube and Instagram and on email and Facebook and whatever, and I appreciate the hell out of every single comment. But since my right hand is a little bit funky, it takes time for me to reply to comments on my iPhone or on a computer keyboard, so making a video like this is actually a little bit easier than to reply to all of the comments. So please just understand that I'm reading and appreciating everything that you guys are doing for me. So again, I'm really happy and thankful to be alive and kicking and be able to do this stuff again and to be back to my old self, even though it's a little bit different from what it used to be. My family and my friends are taking good care of me and are encouraging me to do stuff like this as well, which is cool. So yeah, life is good, and I'm really good considering all of the circumstances I've been through. It's been 3 really hard weeks, but I'm still myself, and I'm still here. I'm still able to be myself and do stuff that I do. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I don't have much more to say about stuff. This is what it is, and I'm happy and thankful. Hopefully you'll see me here again soon enough with another video on the channel, which is cool. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one as well. Until then, have a good day.
Accurate. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong?